श्रीभगवानुवाच त्रिविधा भवति श्रद्धा देहिनां सा स्वभावजा सात्विकी राजसी चैव तामसी चेति तां शृणु.
Shri Bhagavanuvacha, Krishna now answers and says, the Shraddha, faith of the embodied, born of one's own nature, is threefold: sattvika, rajasika, and tamasika. Hear it thus. So he's saying here that Shraddha belongs to three categories. Now before we get to the categories, let's first understand what Shraddha is. Shraddha is consistency of purpose, a combination of devotion, which is a function of the heart, feeling, dedication, which is a function of the body, action, and discrimination, which is a function of the intellect, determination. So when the three come together in any pursuit, it is called Shraddha. So let's take a look at, suppose you want to embark on a particular project. The first thing that you do is, if you have Shraddha, you must conceive of the possibility of achieving it. Like Ratan Tata conceived of the possibility of making a car for 1 lakh. If he hadn't conceived of it, or the nano would not have come into being, then you must work out an action plan and implement it and work hard towards it. The focus must be there. Until this consistent, dedicated effort and focus continues until the car comes into being. Closure, the last mile. And it is that last bit that is the most difficult. Ask anyone who's run in the marathon. They say the initial stages are very easy. It's the last 2 kilometers, last 4 or 5 kilometers that you feel like giving up. And what takes you through those last 5 kilometers is Shraddha, consistency. And you don't let go of it. Don't let go of the project until the mission is accomplished. This very few of us have. Many of us are inspired. Many of us embark on a project. Many of us go till 80% of the project is completed, and then somewhere down the line you give up. So it's a person who continues till the end is a person who has Shraddha. Now, he says Shraddha is of 3 types. Actually, real Shraddha is sattvik. What is Shraddha? This doggedness that you keep on at it. And don't allow any distractions, don't allow any temptations, don't allow any other thing to come and disturb you. When you get tempted, you've given up Shraddha, so actually you've gotten into Rajas. And if you're generally inconsistent for no rhyme or reason, then you're tamasik. Now you have to figure out where you fit in. Okay? So when you have this capacity, Westerners have this by and large. If they take up a project, they will go through with it till the end, irrespective of what it takes. If they're not willing to put in that effort, they don't take it up at all. But we Indians excel in this half-hearted thing. You will neither take it up fully, nor will you let go of it. You languish there halfway. This means you have no Shraddha. And then at the slightest temptation, slightest attraction is enough to take you away from the path. This is rajasik. And those who are generally inconsistent for no rhyme or reason, is tamasik. A sattvic person finds pleasure in consistently pursuing with a project until it gets accomplished. So a sattvic person finds pleasure in it. A rajasic person finds it burdensome. And a tamasic person finds it impossible. It's not possible for a tamasic person to get there. So, svabhavaja, these are born of one's own nature. And that is threefold. So, if you happen to be a sattvic person, you will take to Shraddha like a duck to water. If you are a rajasic person, you're waiting for some temptation to come. And then you say, what to do? People invited me to a party, I had a late night, I couldn't wake up in the morning, I couldn't exercise. You're waiting for excuses to break that discipline. A sattvic person finds pleasure in the discipline. And a tamasic person cannot even embark on the discipline. Now he uses an interesting term. He says dehi. He uses the word dehi for all of us. Dehi means embodied, indweller. A person who dwells in the body is called dehi. So why does he say this? Because you and I live in the body. We are not the body. It's like saying, I live in a home, in an apartment, but the apartment is not you. You drive in a car. You go to work in a car. The car is not you. So if the car gets dented, you don't have to go admit yourself into a hospital. The car is different from you, right? You occupy the car for a certain period of time. You live in the home for a certain period of time. But you are not the home. You are not the car. Similarly, dehi means you are a tenant in this body for a certain period of time. You are not the body. But we don't understand that. You believe you are the body, and that is why we've become a whole the world over, we've become body worshippers. We simply worship the body. And you want the body to be tip-top, you want the body to be good. So many of us are not happy with the body we're born with. So if you say you've got protruding teeth, you fix those. You have a crooked nose, you fix it. You have, I don't know what else, you fix it. You're constantly fixing your body, but what really needs fixing is the mind. And you're not looking at it. So this is what it is. Dehi, indweller. So the Indian sages analyzed the mind and went to the root of the problem. And once you tackle this sattva, rajas and tamas, there is a meteoric rise in your personality. Nothing in the world can stop you. Next verse.